What up, fellas? You know who it is. So oftentimes we forget the true nature of women when we see women in a very bad positions. For example, if we're in a classroom in our college or high school or whatever, and this girl next to us asks us, hey, can I copy your homework? I forgot to do mine. We help her out. We feel sorry for her, right? We do X, Y, and Z for her. Or if, let's say, we're in a grocery line and there's a chick in front of us who's about to check out, and she is saying that, my paycheck didn't come through, or her card gets denied, because and she's telling everyone that, my paycheck got denied because I didn't work enough hours, or whatever her reason is, right? Doesn't matter. Whatever she tells you that why she didn't make the money that she was supposed to. She tells us that all of that stuff, right? And then we feel bad for her. We end up paying for her groceries. Now, it's one thing to feel bad for someone and help her out and help them out in a situation where that unexpected casualties came up, unexpected hurdles came up. For example, let's say, as I was just giving the grocery store example, if she's in a grocery store line and she's been shopping there for a while, or she looks like she has her stuff together and she's a couple dollars short, and you help her out, you cover it for her, that's one thing. And it's a complete other thing when she comes in there and she says, I don't have any money on me right now. Crap, I didn't get paid this week. I forgot about it. Or I forgot that I paid so much money with the paycheck that I just got. I used all that money to buy something else, and I forgot that my bank account is almost at a negative. And so you end up helping her. That's another thing. Fellas, and I'm going to give you a third example as well. Sometimes we see that women, especially on content creators like myself and other Red Pill channels, talk about women and women's nature, and you see that other guys are coming in here and being white knights. Or out and about, you see a man is yelling at a woman and she's crying in front of him, and we try to back her up. Hey man, you shouldn't be talking to her like this, even though we don't know anything about the situation. We don't know what happened before we got there. Nothing. We don't know anything. And we still try to stick up for her. Why? Because she's a woman. Where do you think this is coming from? This is, first of all, is our natural instinct as a man to protect women and children. That's why we men are possessive when we get into a relationship. And on top of that, when you add the blue pill conditioning that we have had our entire lives, it's almost inevitable that we're going to be simping and white knighting for women every single time we see her in a bad position, regardless of what the cause was for her to get into that position in the first place. And fellas, 9 times out of 10, women put themselves in bad positions, bad situations. Let's talk about rape, okay? Let's talk about that. Why not? I always like talking about shit that piss people off anyways. Let's talk about rape. You know how bitches go to these parties and get trashed and they end up getting raped or whatever? Or they go to a guy's hotel room and then they end up getting raped? It's never about... Have you noticed rape cases are almost never about some chick is just walking down the street and some dude just jump out of the bushes, hey bitch, give me some pussy, that type of deal, right? It's always she knows the guy, or they've been dating, or they've been going out, or she's in his vicinity, and then shit escalates, right? It's always like that. So you're telling me that you put yourself in that boat, you put yourself in that situation, you put that tight outfit on, but I'm supposed to be paying for your consequences? Me as in not the guy who raped her, because I'm not advocating raping at all. Me as in the guy who's watching this from a third person perspective and hearing about the story. I have zero sympathy for the woman. I have zero sympathy for the man. Regardless of what the hell she's wearing, dude, you should always control your shit. That's what high value real men do. And regardless of how strong of a guy he is, whatever not is going on in the situation, ladies, you should always take responsibility because you put yourself there in the first place. You can't sit here and, oh, I can wear whatever you can't sit here and say, I can wear whatever I want, and he's supposed to control himself. Dude, we have testosterone, and you mix alcohol with that. Most of the rape cases are usually involved when there's alcohol involved in alcohol. We all know this. So you have to be smarter than this, ladies. Like, okay, sure, you want to point fingers at us. You don't want to take responsibility. You want to walk around doing whatever. Okay, sure, go ahead. But hey, don't bitch, moan, cry, and complain when you get raped. For a woman, getting raped is worse than dying, or worse than getting killed, in my opinion, because she has to live with that for the rest of her life. It's gonna give her flashbacks. I get it. If it's a legitimate rape case, yes. Because, you know, there's a fuck ton of false allegations everywhere. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the legit cases. Fellas, every single situation that women go through, even when she's having an argument with the guy and guy's yelling at her, she put herself in there. Every time a relationship breaks, you know how women always say, oh, it was his fault, he didn't do X, Y, and Z, he didn't make me happy. No, baby girl. It takes two for a relationship to start. It takes two for a relationship to end. Point blank, period. You're not fooling anybody here. We all know women don't want to take responsibility, fellas. And as I was saying, so when you mix our possessive instinct, our protective instinct with this blue pill conditioning that we have had our entire lives, oh, all women are like sweet little angels, and you should believe all women. Women, why would she lie? You know, all this idiocracy that we have heard our entire life. All of this, when you mix that with this, our nature, our instincts to protect and provide, that's where this simping and this, not even simping, this white knighting comes from. And how do you protect yourself against that? You keep sharpening your red pill skills. You watch my video, my channels, you go some other red pill content creators channels, you take some things from me, you take some things from him. I'm not saying that you guys should all just watch my channel. I have the best channel. I'm not saying any of that. All the red pill content creators, you should be watching all of them. But what do you guys do instead? Watch porn, double tap on Instagram pictures. What else do you do? Play video games all damn day long. And fellas, video game is another way that men escape from this world. I get it. But hey, I'm still not gonna feel sorry for you because of that. I wasn't given the best hand. I wasn't dealt the best hand. Some dude, I don't wanna name names, but he always comes in here and he says, I look like a Chad. I look like a Mexican version of a Chad. So it's always easy for me. Do you really think it's always been that easy for me? I had to work for it, for who I am, for what I am today. I didn't wake up one day and my body count became 50 that day. You know what? I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna slay 50 chicks today. It didn't just happen like that. If I slept with 100 girls, just giving a hypothetical number, if I slept with 100 girls, means that I got rejected by 900 or 800. Nobody wants to talk about that though, right? Does it? No, nobody wants to talk about that. So just like you're putting your own self in a victim mentality, just like how these women do, by saying that, oh, you have all the looks, that's why it's easy for you. You want to live in this black pill community, in this black pill world. That's harmful. Red pill can help you, but too much red pill can also harm you as well. Too much red pill becomes black pill. And I don't want to talk about that philosophy in this video, or my take on it. So fellas, nonetheless, god damn it, every single time I'm making a video, it's like I organize my thoughts, and then I always feel like I'm leaving something out, that I'm not saying everything I wanted to. But nonetheless, fellas, don't feel sorry for them. Any woman whatsoever, even your mom, your sisters, your cousins, your own family, don't feel sorry. You know how people always, this is another blue pill conditioning right here. People always say that, oh, it's your she's your mom, she's your dad, you have responsibility towards them. No, you don't. It was your parents' responsibility to, what is this ice cream truck doing? It was your parents' responsibility to raise you because they decided to have you. It's not your responsibility to raise them when they're old. Hey, when they're old, they should have thought about that when they were young, just like how I'm telling you guys to think about yourself when you become old. So if they don't have anybody to take care of them when they're old, hey, that's on them. That's how I am with everybody, even with my family. You should have thought about this 30 years ago, Mom. You should have thought about this 40 years ago, Dad. I have my own life to live. I have my own life to make. If I'm helping you grow, then I'm slowing myself down. Or if I'm taking care of you, I'm slowing myself down. And I'm going to end up like you. I don't want that. Same thing with women, fellas. She forgot her homework. Okay, let that bitch get an F. Fuck her. You know she's going to be all goody-goody to you. She's going to sound all feminine and submissive to you. Hey, Johnny, did you finish the homework? Oh, can I take a look at it? Bitch, no, you can't take a look at it. Let me see them titties first. Don't tell her that in the middle of the class. But yeah, no, like, why was she not doing the homework? What the hell was she doing? Sucking dick, obviously. So that's why she didn't do the homework. All right, let that bitch get an F. Why did she not have the money in the grocery store to buy her shit? She should not have been turning up popping bottles. And she should be responsible enough to remind herself, hey, I don't have any money. I can't go do grocery. Why is she here? If she's getting yelled at, obviously a normal guy with normal mental state is not going to just walk up to her girl and start cursing at her and yelling at her. Obviously she did something. So why would you even get in there? You don't know if the guy has a gun or whatever. Now, this is a different scenario than if a guy comes to you and disrespects you. You have no business getting into another people's business. So if you get into that people's business, yeah, that guy has all right to knock your ass out. But fellas, a lot of men have lost their lives trying to save women. You know what? I'm going to give you a quick story before I end the video. A couple years ago, I was still living in a blue pill world. It was right on my transitioning days from blue pill to red pill. And I saw this woman outside of my apartment complex getting yelled at by her man. I yelled from like 50 yards away, hey, is there a problem? The guy turns around and says, you got a fucking problem? And then he starts marching towards me. I stand there, I'm looking at him. I'm not saying anything. He comes up to me. He's like, what? I'm still not saying anything. I'm looking at him. And he walked away. I don't know how that situation could have escalated at that time. It didn't escalate in a bad way, so it didn't escalate at all from that. But if that guy had a gun or a knife, I could have lost my life then. And then later I told myself, like, why did I do this? That chick still got in his car after he yelled at her and they drove away. There's another thing. If you're saving a girl who's getting yelled at by her man, she's still going to leave with that man. So what are you trying to do? I get it. Your instinct is kicking in. That's why you need to keep watching these videos to sharpen your red pill knowledge, as I just mentioned. Every single day. At least one video a day, fellas. At least one video a day. And watch the whole damn video. Some of you stingy motherfuckers come in here and watch 4, 5, 6 minutes and then leave. What the fuck? You can sit there and jack off for 20 minutes, bust gallons and gallons of nuts on yourself, but you can't sit here and watch a 15-minute video. You don't have to watch it. Just put your headphones in or turn the volume up. You don't even have to look at my face if you don't want to. I don't give a fuck. And just listen to what I'm saying. That's how easy it is. You don't have to read anything. You don't have to sit there and pay attention to watching anything. All you gotta do is listen. That's it. You could be driving and playing this shit instead of playing to your fucking dumbass, stupid ass songs. that y'all listen to. Blue pill condition songs. Fellas, never feel sorry for women. And as I was saying about the rape thing, shit, I always leave my thoughts before and I don't finish it. I'm not advocating it, but dude, bitch, you're not that stupid. You're going to this dude's house at 12 o'clock at midnight. You're both gonna drink, or you're already drunk. What do you think is gonna happen? Oh, I don't know. I'm a sweet little angel. Are you a virgin? So clearly you're not a sweet little angel. You clearly aren't that stupid. But you're the dog who takes a shit and looks away when the owner comes home and asks the dog, what happened? That's the type of dog you are. That's why you don't want to take any fucking responsibility. That's okay though. Hey, it is what it is. You ladies keep doing whatever the hell you want to do. I'm going to teach my men, my guys here, to fuck you and toss you to the side of the road. Fellas, never feel sorry for her. Never, ever feel sorry for her. Because if you were in her boat, if you were a broke dude, here's another thing, fellas. If we men were crying, got our heart broken, what would society tell us? Oh, just find a better one. She wasn't the one. You'll find a better one. Just keep working at it. Don't give up. That's what they would tell us. They would never side with us. Nobody ever feels pity, or not even pity, sympathy for us. Nobody ever does. It's always, what can we take from men? That's all about it. We're looked as the walking ATM. Why the hell would you care about these people? Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.